Sheila Gunn Reed. Well, good news, that's me. Wishing you and your family the very best Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We love all that you do. You really are a force. Well, thank you. This doesn't feel like a question coming on, though. Thank you for what you are doing. It's great. Okay, well, here we get into some internet rumors about me that aren't true. But it's kind of fun that somebody might think they are. Is there any way you would release video from your early rodeo days and your days as an MMA fighter? Look, I've attended rodeos for a long time, and I hope those videos never surface. But on the athlete side, definitely not. And your days as an MMA fighter, you know what? If I were an MMA fighter, things would have ended very much differently for Dion Buse. And that is one of my great regrets, is not taking the opportunity to tie the guy who punched me in the face at the Women's March in a knot. But then the story would have been Rebel News reporter assaults male feminist ally at Women's Rights March. So I didn't. But I have often considered fighting my enemies in cage matches for charity. I would be open to that, you know. Anyways, let's keep going. Oh, more rumors. We hear you broke the 10-second wall for barrel racing at 3 years old, as well as starting your own blacksmithing company at 4 years old. My husband is obsessed with blacksmithing, by the way. We would also love to see some of the video of your days as an MMA fighter, too. Me too. Me too. You, Sheila Gunn Reed, are force, and we are darn lucky to have you at Rebel. God bless you. Brian Long, Internet Rumor Mill. Next one. Oh, this one's taped together. Guess the kids must have cut a little too early. Hi there, just an old redneck doing some pondering. Why is it that no matter what a federal politician does, they never have to step down or resign? They can break all the laws of the land and there is nothing done. If normal people did the same, they would be in jail for life and stay there. But being a politician, they do not even get a slap on the wrist. I was under the impression that politicians work for the people and not the people working for the politicians to keep them in their ritzy jobs. Most of them could not get a job in the private sector and have to turn to politics. Frank Berthelot? I hope I said that right, Frank. Very good letter. It is true. I mean, look at Justin Trudeau. What did he do before he stumbled over his name into the Prime Minister's office? He was a part-time drama teacher, part-time snowboarder, and full-time debutante. Like, what did he do that Paris Hilton hasn't done? Actually, I think she probably works harder. I think she's got a makeup line. Like, I don't... So she's, like, wandered into entrepreneurship. But Justin Trudeau? No. And ethics violation after ethics violation? And what does he get? Slap on the wrist, a $300 fine here. The guy drives a car worth $1 million. There's no consequences for these people. And you are right. If you pulled some of this garbage in the private sector, insider trading at the very least. Okay, next one. Sorry, am I supposed to be breezing through these a little faster? I feel like remarking on all of them because they're just so good. It's hard to pick my favorite rebel because several of you have my daily attention. Well, I must tell you, you guys did pick your favorite rebel, and it was me. I won the Viewer's Choice Award. But out of all, like, the top, I guess, 5 were very, very, very close. And I had a last-minute campaign where I think I secured those last few votes. But it was very close. I narrowly pushed out Avi Amini, who has the entire continent of Australia voting for him. So I'm grateful that you guys chose me. Thank you so much. Anyways, you must get so tired of the constant fight, but thanks a million for doing this for us. Somebody has to stop the madness. Keep up the good work. And thanks to Lincoln, Drea, Adam, Abby, and the rest of the crew. Take care. Yeah, there's so many good people working at our company. You know, it's a little different because some people will say, like, don't you get tired of the constant fight? I see it as a privilege to be able to give voice to the concerns of normal people. Like, you look at the mainstream media coverage and sometimes it's like, have these people ever talked to a farmer or a rig hand or a truck driver or a construction worker or a carpenter or anybody like that? Have you ever met a welder in your life? Pipeliner? You read their news articles and you're like, obviously they haven't. They've never even gone outside of their little, like, Ottawa, Toronto, downtown Edmonton, Calgary bubble. They've never met a real person before and talked to them about their concerns. And I'm happy to say that most of us at the company are very, very real people. I think the only person who has formal journalist training is David Menzies, and we don't hold it against him. And I think he's forgotten more about journalism than most of us have ever learned. So, and I'm also grateful for the outlet. Like, when things make me angry or bother me, I get to come downstairs into this fantastic little studio and make a video about it and realize that the video I make is going to resonate with people who are just like me, farm wives, wives of the oil patch. And so I guess, you know, you do, like, you're in the fight all the time, but I don't know. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the platform, which I wouldn't have without the support of our viewers at home. Dear Sheila, and that one was from Heather, in case I didn't say, I'm very sorry. That was from Heather. Dear Sheila, thank you for your efforts this year and for your dedication to delivering a view that resonates with me as a human and a Canadian. Not a lot of questions here, guys. Let me see if I can make it through this without getting, like, you know, misty. Might be difficult. I feel it already. And I'm not an emotional person. That's not true. I am a little bit. I've become quite a fan of Rebel News and drifted away from the mainstream media. We saved another one. That's great. It's good. We've saved you. Your passion and drive for the truth has been inspirational. I look forward to shaking your hand one day and maybe even buying you a pint or a glass of wine. I'm more of a beer girl. I think probably you assumed that. I wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas and an amazing New Year, Colin. Well, Colin, thanks so much. You know, it's funny that, you know, we still call it, and I think it's just a matter of parlance that we call the government colonized media, the mainstream media, because they really aren't, right? Like, based on their viewership numbers and the number of people who they actually represent, the views of Canadians, they are the fringe. I think we're the mainstream. Like, I think we represent everybody outside of downtown Ottawa, downtown Toronto, and maybe downtown Vancouver, and maybe downtown Montreal. Like, anybody who doesn't live in the downtown core and go to university or work for the government, I think we are the people who represent them. Like the normals. We're news for the normals, as I always say. Oh, hey, what you just saw there is a clip from my weekly full-length show, The Gun Show. It airs on Wednesday, but this is the internet. You can watch it whenever you feel like. You just have to become a subscriber to our paywalled premium content. Just go to rebelnewsplus.com to become a member today.